Good evening and welcome. Student athletes, parents, Varsity Booster Club members, Principal Rooney, coaches, and guests to our spring Varsity Jacket Night. Tonight marks the end of the athletic awards nights and also the end of a chapter of two people who have committed to our student athletes throughout their tenure here at Attleboro High School. The hard work and support from the Attleboro Varsity Booster Club President, Aaron Croto, and our principal, Bill Rooney, is nothing less than amazing. It has been a privilege to work with both of you, Aaron and Bill, while you're supporting and recognizing our student athletes. I want to thank you both very much. Congratulations to our student athletes receiving varsity jackets this evening. You have earned a varsity jacket for your commitment, sacrifices, and the roles that you have played on your teams. Whether you are a sophomore, junior, or senior being recognized tonight, this award is a highlight in your athletic achievements here at Attleboro High School. A special thank you to our head coaches and assistant coaches, whose support has provided opportunities every day for our student athletes to learn valuable life lessons while representing Attleboro High School in athletics. Thank you, coaches. And now we're going to start the program with some words from Principal Bill Rooney.
Thank you, Mr. Houle. I'm going to miss a lot of things about Attleboro, but this is definitely one that is very unique and very special. As a former coach myself, I always love the opportunity for student athletes to be recognized. And I think that it's extremely important that everybody understand that, when you're in a silo like Attleboro, you've come through the schools in the city. This is your only high school. It's for the most part, everybody's been bleeding blue for their entire life. You don't necessarily see and appreciate how amazing something like this is. I am getting ready to start my fourth career opportunity. I spent 18 years at one school in South Carolina, spent 6 on the dark side of town over here in Attleboro, and have been fortunate enough to be here for the last 10. What our Varsity Booster Club does for our student athletes by providing these jackets is nothing short of amazing. It does not take place in any other school that I've ever been associated with in any of the leagues that I've been around for the last 34 years. And so it is something that is truly special, and it's something that I hope that you'll pause and you'll reflect as you receive this jacket tonight about how unique the support is for our Attleboro Varsity Booster Club. And as Mr. Houle so kindly mentioned, Ms. Croto and I are both on our way out. She has been the driving force behind this organization for longer than I've been around. Probably longer than maybe what she wanted to, but with the support of Mrs. Block and a lot of other officers that she's had by her side the last couple of years, she's been able to make it work. And so one of the things that is extremely important at Attleboro is the volunteerism. And so whether it's joining the Attleboro Varsity Booster Club for helping out in the concession stand in the fall, or whether it's donating something that they can use for a raffle. Volunteering is a huge part of our success here at Attleboro. So Aaron, I want to thank you for all that you've done for the student athletes and for our families as well. I would also be remiss if I did not take the opportunity to thank our coaches. Because of the fact that I'm one of the ones that sign their paychecks, I know that they get very little per hour when it comes to the amount of time that they put in versus what their stipend is. And they go through an awful lot. They do the best they can to make decisions in the best interest of their student athletes. So coaches, thank you all very much as well. And last but not least, I consider Mark Hull a friend of mine, and being able to work side by side with him in the last 10 years to be able to help this school build a state-of-the-art stadium, a track that is envied by not only just our Hockomock League members, but also by schools that come in and play us. Being able to see the Drummond Field project come to fruition, and obviously our brand new $260 million building that over the course of the next 18 months is going to be finished with all new fields like where we are sitting right now. That doesn't happen without Mark's vision and Mark's dedication. So Mark, thank you as well. I said last but not least, but I do have one more thing to say last. Student athletes, please make sure that you take the opportunity to thank your families. When you come on stage, make sure you thank the Booster Club members, but also thank your coaches and your teammates for your success to be able to be here tonight. Thank you all for your support these last 10 years, and I'm looking forward to coming back still as a dad for volleyball games and to watch basketball games. But without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to our co-president, Aaron Croto.
Good evening. Welcome to Spring Jacket Night, my very last. I first want to introduce the rest of the board. Co-President Nancy Block. Secretary Diane Silva. And Treasurer Christine Hanrahan. One of my favorite events is Jacket Night, because I love to hand these out. It's why we do what we do. The worst part, I will never miss this, it's the bane of my existence, is this part right here. I do not like to speak. This is going to be short and sweet, especially tonight. But my heartfelt congratulations to each student athlete. You guys work so hard for these. I just want to tell you a little bit about us, and then we'll get started. It's a parent-run organization. It's been around for decades. We support every sport at the high school. We raise all the funds to purchase them. You don't have to pay a dime for them. That does not happen, like Mr. Rooney said, in any other school. In fact, kids don't even know about their jackets. That the parents have no idea. Maybe once in a while a student athlete buys one. But we see a blue when it is cold enough. Sorry, it's not. And it's amazing. We also purchase all the championship banners hanging in the gym. We provide necessary equipment to different sports. A lot of the sports will request something each year, and we're able to usually help out someone. Excuse me. We also award 4 scholarships in the spring. We do this all by selling concessions at the home football games, the home boys basketball games, and some of the home girls basketball games. We also sell Attleboro apparel, and then we rely on donations from the community as well. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. We're going to wrap it up and get started, but congratulations to everyone.
Thank you, Aaron. As I always tell you, you're doing a great job. Thank you very much, Aaron. At this time, we're going to get started with recognizing our student athletes this evening, and we're going to start with our baseball program with Coach Dunley.
Could I have the 2 of the 3 are here, so could you come down to the edge of the stage? Thank you very much. So first off, I want to echo the thank yous to the Booster Club, Mr. Rooney and Mr. Hull for making this happen. Been a couple of years without doing this, and last time I was here I didn't need reading glasses, so bear with me. Honestly, it's one of my favorite parts of the season, and where I grew up we picked up our varsity jackets at a store. We didn't have a presentation, so the ability to get your varsity jacket in front of family and friends and be honored in this way is truly something magical. So we thank you for all the behind-the-scene work that goes into this. I know there's a lot. Although our season was not necessarily what we hoped for, we were a tenth of a point from qualifying for playoffs. We did finish with the dubious mark of having the toughest strength of schedule in Division I. It's a testament to the Hockomock League and how good the baseball is here. So the boys battled the entire year, and we finished on a very strong run and a good note for the future. So I have two outstanding young men to recognize here today. The first player I'd like to recognize spent the season bouncing around from position to position, and never complained, never said a word, but always, hustled, yes coach, no coach, and ended up on the Hockomock League leaders for batting. He's the epitome of what you want in a team player and represents the program on and off the field with class. He truly is a role model for younger players in the program, and we're expecting some big things from him next season. First off, congratulations, Cooper Johnson. Thank you. That's a nice jacket. Oh, it's nice. Okay, the next player I'd like to recognize has earned this recognition in his first chance that he's able to as a sophomore. I know that Attleboro baseball and baseball in general has been a huge part of his family. I know he's been looking forward to this moment for a long time, having seen his brother go through it years ago. He's a two-way player and really primed to take the Hawk by storm next year on the mound, at the plate, and for years to come. He puts in more work than anyone I know, and his dedication to the game is going to take him places. I look forward to seeing him shine at AHS for years to come. Our next up is Johnny Pagano. Congratulations. Next up, introduce Coach Homer and softball.
Welcome, everybody. I see my fan club is here tonight. Thank you for being here. I want to thank the Booster Club, Mr. Hoole, Mr. Rooney, again, to reiterate what Coach Dunley had said. It's a great opportunity. It's a great time for student athletes to be recognized. Having a varsity jacket, I know, was special for me. I had my varsity jacket playing varsity sports at Canton High. Still have the jacket. It doesn't fit anymore, but I do still have it. And it is something really special, something you'll carry with you for the rest of your life. Not everyone has the opportunity to do that. And in order to do that, it takes a lot of hard work and dedication outside of these young men and women who have to academically work hard, their social life, their homework, and then being on the field sometimes 5, 6, 7 days a week. I know with our softball team, we're out there 6, 7 days a week with no complaints. These girls that I coach on the softball team work very hard this year. We are continuing to play in the state tournament. I'd like to make mention of that. We play tomorrow night, but they've earned the right to be there. And the girls that are coming up to get their jackets tonight are a very well representation of what our team is about. Not only are the girls here that aren't receiving jackets from the team, they're here to support their teammates, which is huge. That's why we have so much success this year. Although we have a lot of talent on the team, the most important thing that I find as a coach is that the girls get along with each other. They support each other in good times and in bad times. And they find a way to work through the adversities that they're faced with every single day. If a girl's down, the other ones pick them up. It's just been a pleasure this year to coach such a great group of girls. And I really mean that. I've been coaching softball now here at Attleboro High for about 6 or 7 years. And this group here is really, really special. Whether they're freshmen to seniors, doesn't matter to them. They're all the same, they're all in the same program. So congratulations to the softball team, you guys earned it this year. The ladies that are receiving the jackets, you want to come on up and line up over here. The first young lady that will be coming up is a girl that she's a senior this year, and she's receiving her jacket now. Now, this young lady has been with the program for 4 years. She's played both on the JV, on the varsity, whenever asked to help out, whether it's, to fill either roster. When I've asked her, her answer back to me is, Coach, do they need my help? I'm here to help them. And always gave it her best. Just a great, great girl and a great representative of who we are as a team. Jalen Dozier. The next girl is a junior, and at the beginning of the year, after it wasn't even through with our first game, our starting catcher went down with an injury. We thought it might be a few days, maybe a week. Well, it ended up being about 3/4 of the season or more. And in the middle of the game, you lose a catcher. Obviously, that's a very, very important position on the team. And when I looked to the dugout, I just looked right at her and said, you got to go in. Totally not prepared to do that. And she played the next, I don't know, probably 15 games, 16 games she filled in as a catcher with us and helped us to finish with one of the best records that we've ever had as a team since I've been coaching. She did a fantastic job. She never heard from me from the 15 games, which is a good thing if you don't hear from the coach. Destiny Miranda.
Way to go, kid. Thanks a lot.
And the last girl is a sophomore. And this girl here has been helping out with both programs. She's right now she's our top pitcher, our only pitcher on the JV level. Last year she pitched every single game at the JV level. This year now she's been going back and forth. She's up with the varsity now, and now we're training her in the outfield where we need help out there. She'll play anywhere we ask her to play. She's a joy to have on the team. She's always smiling. Love to have her there. We're going to have her for another 2 years, which is great. Paige Qualia.
Good job, kid. How's your finger?
I'm good.
Good. Good to hear it.
That's it for the softball team. Hope you all come out and support us as we move on in the state tournament. The next coach coming up is...
You're up. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, parents. Thank you, students. Thank you, administrative staff, and especially the Booster Club over here. This is an excellent program. We have, for boys tennis, we have one student he's been instrumental on the team. Our team, we have an amazing team. We actually have one of our captains for next year. He's in the crowd. It's great to see. We have a lot of students that play multiple sports, and this student that we have, Arnav Sadani, he's He's a first year, he's a senior, which was unusual for the team, but boy, was he very, very helpful, and he really helped out the team a lot. The team really relied on him. They said, who's going to play third? Oh, Anah's going to play third. He was very hungry to play. He watched a lot of YouTube videos, so he learned on his own, which was amazing. He actually taught me a thing or two. So, and the other students, you know, he helped motivate the other students. It developed a passion and a drive and a camaraderie where the team really came together. We had a pretty amazing season, not as amazing as the girls tennis team, but we're on their heels, hopefully. They're still in the playoffs, the girls are. So maybe you can go out and support the girls team. And next year, you know, our team is still coming up. We're going to lose Arnav Sardani. He's going to be going to UMass Amherst. And probably he's working tonight because we have a lot of students on the team. They have multiple responsibilities, which is great, and I foster that. We have students that have to take care of their families, they have to work, and then also the studies. And then tennis is usually the last activity, which is fine. So yeah, so he's not in attendance today, but it's great to be able to recognize a student of that capacity and for this great institution, Attleboro High School. So with that, I'm going to introduce the boys lacrosse. Coach Patton, you're up next. What is it? Girls tennis. Oh, I'm sorry. Girls tennis, Bill Riley.
Scared me for a second. So I just want to start off by echoing everything that the other coaches said. Thank you to the Booster Club, Coach Hool, Principal Rooney, but especially the families that are here tonight. We have 3 players on the girls tennis team getting their jackets tonight. This has been a fantastic season for us. As Coach Morris alluded to, when I took over head coaching the girls 7 years ago, we were a 1-win team, a 2-win team. Last year we got to 7-7, and this year, due in large part to the 3 players getting jackets tonight, we were 10-6. We won our first playoff game on Saturday, and we're going to Andover for our second playoff match tomorrow night. So it's really exciting. So that's for the 3 of you guys, not me. I don't, you know. So if the 3 of you want to come up. The first player getting her jacket tonight is Presley Beller. She joined the team last year when she was a freshman. She's worked incredibly hard over the course of the last season and off season, made huge leaps. This year she, first match of the year, moved right into the varsity lineup as a sophomore, which is, you know, pretty significant in the world of tennis, especially in the Hawk. We have a very tough league, so for a sophomore to be starting is kind of a big deal. This year she went 10-0 at second singles, didn't lose a single match. This past Saturday, she had a straight set playoff win with her doubles partner, who'll be coming up next. She's one of my best net players. Her instincts to the net are fantastic. She's a ball hawk. She can, you know, put away a volley before you even know it's coming back at you. So I'm really looking forward to her contributions over the next 2 seasons as a cornerstone of this team. Presley Beller. Up next is Presley's doubles partner, Kiera Johnson. So she has been playing at the varsity level since her freshman year, last year. Overall, in her 2 years as a varsity player, she's 18-1 at the second doubles spot, and that 1 loss is to the school that Principal Rooney used to work at that we don't mention by name. We can just skip over that. She's also stepped in when I've needed her to play singles or first doubles. She's, the epitome of a team player. She's one of my most dedicated players. She's the first person there, and, she's usually one of the last people to leave. She'll stay at the courts, working on things, as late as the sun will stay out. When I got here on Saturday for our playoff match early, she was already out hitting, getting ready for that match. Together with Presley, they won this season a total of 122 games and only dropped 38. So they averaged 6-2 every set. And they didn't drop a set all season. It was fantastic. They're, a definite reason why the team is, where it is. And she's going to be a cornerstone of this team for, the next 2 years. So, Kiera Johnson, welcome. Last but not least is Zoe Stanley. This is her second year on the team. She's a junior. She is, without a doubt, one of the hardest working players that I've ever coached. She asks more questions than any player I've ever run into. What do you think about that shot? What do I need to do better? How do I beat this opponent? What are you noticing? She really dedicates herself to getting better at her craft. And not just asking the questions, but then she's going to go and apply it, whether it's at the beginning of practice, end of practice, or even in the middle of a match. She's one of the leaders of this team. As a junior, she's someone that other players really look up to. She was instrumental in planning our senior night this year, which in my opinion is the best one we've ever had. Overall, she had a really strong season. She settled in to our third singles spot, which to me is a really important spot in the lineup. She had a big straight set win this past Saturday in our playoff match. And again, she's someone that this team is going to rely on as a leader and a contributor going forward into her senior year. So, Zoe Stanley. Now up next is Coach Patton with boys lacrosse.
Good evening. Just want to start out, by thanking Erin and her team over here on my left. What they do is just an amazing job. What you heard, you heard it tonight from Mr. Rooney and Mr. Hool as well, and the other coaches. I had 3 kids who went through the school here, and they all still have their varsity jackets. They'll break them out every once in a while, especially when it's cold out, because those suckers are warm. And but they cherish them. They cherish them. They're not thrown in the corner of their closet. They're hanging up. As well as the pins and things that they have on the A. So everyone that's receiving their jacket tonight should really be proud and wear it proudly and wear it with class. I say it every year. I say I don't want to see anything in the newspaper where someone did something stupid and you have an Attleboro varsity jacket on. All right, when you wear that jacket, you're representing yourself, your family, your school, your community, your team. And in the years that I've been here, I've never had that issue. So keep up the good work. We have my guys that are here to line up over. So we ended up with 6 wins this year, and we missed the state playoff by 1 spot. But I'd have to say it was probably the most fun I've had coaching a team. And a lot of it has to do with these 4 guys to my left. We have another one who's getting a jacket tonight, a senior, Jacob Sherman. He wasn't able to be here tonight, but I just want to acknowledge Jacob. Again, a senior, spent 4 years with the program and earned his varsity jacket this year. He just kept coming, kept showing up, kept working hard. So I just want to make sure that Jacob gets acknowledged. So over to my left, coming up, the first one we have is a sophomore, Tyler Graney. Come on up, Tyler. And Tyler's a workhorse. He's an absolute workhorse. You know, whatever position I need to put him in, aside from goalie, he'll do. Thank you, Reds. Just a pleasure to have on the team, and we have him for 2 more years. It's going to be a big help in the coming years. Tyler Graney. Next up is another sophomore, and plays long stick mid. He's in on all the face-offs because of his speed, his toughness, knows where to be on the field, goes in on man down to play defense for us as well, you know, and again, one of those kids, you don't have to tell him anything twice. You tell him once, he may not agree with it, but he's going to do it. And players like that are a pleasure to coach. Ethan Lyons. All right, our next one, another sophomore. He's our goalie, and I still don't understand why people volunteer to play goalie, but it's but he seems to enjoy it because I know he thrives at it. Started every game for us this year, most of the games last year as a freshman as well, and very vocal in practice in a leadership kind of way. Just real positive influence to have on the field and around people. He's one of those kids that, you know, after every game in the handshake line, the other coach will come up to me and say, "What year is your goalie?" And I'll say a sophomore, and he'll mumble something under his breath because they know they have to face him 2 more years. Harry Wheaton. Putting a tie on that.
Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad. Love you guys.
When I said I don't understand why people volunteer to play goal, I still don't understand it. But and last up is another sophomore. So you can see we have a great foundation for the squad going into the next 2 years. Starting defenseman for his freshman year and his sophomore year. Real anchor in our defense, protecting his brother Harry, and another one of those guys that you know, if we need something done, you know, you try to ask for some volunteers after practice. Who's going to put the balls away? Who's going to put the balls away? And before I can lose my mind and pick someone, he's already volunteered. He's already got all the balls picked up, and he's ready to go. Again, another pleasure to have on the team. John Wheaton. And now I'll turn it over to the girls' coach, Coach Quinn.
Yeah, Coach.
Thank you. Again, I just want to thank Mr. Houle and Mr. Rooney and, of course, the Booster Club. So thank you very much. I actually have 7 athletes. If you girls could line up, that would be good. So I'll try to be a little bit quick. This first athlete is, she's a junior, 2nd year with the program. She's a pleasure to have at practice. She's always helpful. She plays defense. She's just a really nice girl on and off the field. So Juliet Sinelli. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
The next athlete is a sophomore, and this is her first year on varsity. She has grown so much in 1 year, and she's just very impressive when she gets out there and plays defense. Nyla, and I'm gonna mess up her last name, I'm sorry. Figured I wouldn't even give it a try. Okay, the next athlete we have is, she's a senior, and she's fantastic. She stays after practice. She's the girl that's there early. She's the girl that stays late. We have 2 goalies on the team, so they kind of switch out playing, but she always has a smile on her face. She's always positive. She is a sweetheart. She's a senior, so she won't be with us next year. But come on up, Alex and Sonny, please. The next athlete is a real force on defense. She gets out there, and I get a little nervous sometimes because she's pretty intense. But she's also come really far. This was her first year on varsity, and she's come really far in a year. Leandra Lennon, please come up. Congratulations. Okay, so the next 3 girls that I have coming up are made the varsity team as freshmen. They are 3 outstanding athletes. This first one is an amazing offensive player. She plays midi, she plays attack, she really knows the game, and she's a pleasure also to have on the team. Molly Moore. Congratulations. The next girl is also the same. Sometimes she plays the entire game at midi, which I didn't really even think was possible. But she does it, and she just does anything you ask of her. She is amazing. She's amazing in so many ways. She's just a very consistent player. You can always depend on her. She just made it on the Hockomock All-Star team. I'm very proud of her. She's also only a sophomore. Addie Papagalos. Congratulations. Okay, definitely last but not least, this athlete is, again, a little bit like Leandra in that she is a force on defense, and I would certainly not want to come up against her. She puts 110% into every single game, into every single practice, in everything. And she's such a sweet girl off the field, and she's such a force on the field. But she's great. She's also a sophomore, second-year varsity, outstanding defensive player. Kristen Vasquez-Truda. Excellent on you. Congratulations on it. Okay, and I will be introducing Coach Mike Whitefield.
Coach Hool always saves the worst for last, so here I am. So Coach Ellis couldn't make it tonight. She's actually attending a freshman orientation for her daughter Maddie in Pennsylvania. So on her behalf, I am going to read the note verbatim so I do not get in trouble. This year, excuse me, ladies, if you want to come on up, all 8 of you, please. This year, the girls' track team had a 2-3 record in the league in which they won against Taunton and Milford. Their scores throughout the season showed the growth of the team as they are consistently closing the gap in their scores. This increase is due to the dedication and hard work of all the athletes. These 8 girls that stand before us today have all played a key role in getting points and bringing this team to the next level. The first is Ella Blaisdell. Although Ella was injured this season, she has been a staple to our team. Ella was present at every practice and every meet all season. She supported her teammates and helped coach whenever asked. Her commitment to the team not only earned her a varsity jacket, but also the honor of being captain of the team next spring. Congratulations, Ella. I added a few words, Steve, and they're good ones. Give me credit. Next is Kylie Browning. Since freshman year, Kylie has been a strong asset to the girls' team. She has become versatile in her training and in her competition. Kylie is an athlete that we consistently rely on and can count on to do anything needed of her, whether it's to jump into a relay or run any event at any distance. Congratulations, Kylie. Our next athlete is Alexis Cincotta. Since freshman year, Alexis has shown that she is a strong, long sprinter. She is a staple in our 4x4 and consistently competes well in the 400 meter. We trust that she will always compete hard at meets and puts points up on the board. Whenever she earned a 12.75 in the season, congratulations, Alexis. Hey guys, her boyfriend's right here. Next is our distance runner, Megan Field. Megan is part of our cross-country winter and spring track teams. This season, Megan floated between the 800 and the 1 mile. Every once in a blue moon, she was given the okay to jump into the 100-meter dash. Megan has consistently improved her times every season and earned an outdoor PR this season at the Hockomock League Championship. Congratulations, Megan. Say hi. Hi. Congrats. Is Amber here? Yeah. Our next athlete is Amber Massey. Amber is best known for throwing discus. She also runs the 100-meter dash and gave shot put a chance this year. Amber threw a PR at the Hockomock League Championship meet of 72 feet 10 inches, ranking her in first amongst Attleboro girls. Amber is off to Quinnipiac next year and majoring in law and society. Congratulations, Amber. Hey, kid. Next up is Kimberly Packard Flores, or as Coach Ellis would say, my queen. Kim is expected to take over as our next javelin queen. Her best throw this year was an impressive 80 feet 6 inches, making her our #2 jab thrower this season. Although out for part of the season due to an injury, Kim was able to come back and get 2 second-place finishes and 1 third-place finish this season. Congratulations, Kim. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Next up is Mabel Sandoval. Mabel focused this year on the 100 and the 4x1. She dropped her times and ended the season with a PR of 13.64 in the 100. She's an integral part of the 4x1 team, taking it down the home stretch every meet. Mabel will be missed next year, but expected that she will do great things in the future. Congratulations, Mabel. Hey, you leaving me?
I don't want to, but I'm definitely coming back.
Emma, you're it, kid. Our final athlete for track is Emma Silva Henningsen. Emma consistently puts in the work every practice, I can attest to that, and every day to improve. Her focus this year was discus, and she sprinkled in some javelin at the end of the season. She got us a first and second place finish in discus. She increased her throw by 10 feet 11 inches from last season to this season. Congratulations, Emma. Boys, did you want to come up? Jordan's here. Look at that. I apologize. It was just like practice when you're texting, or at a meet when you're texting them and saying, where the heck are you? So, first of all, I want to thank Mark and Bill for everything they've done for me and for the programs and for the sports programs over the years. I've been giving me this opportunity to work with the kids, so thank you. Aaron and team, Aaron, you know, you and I, we were friends years ago, then we butted heads for a long time. You know, folks, this woman busted her behind for this program. And the rest of these ladies here as well. And you got to give them credit. They've done an amazing job. And like Mr. Rooney said and Coach Hull said, this doesn't happen anywhere else but Attleboro. So just want to thank you all for everything you guys do. I want to thank my assistants, Erin Bailey, Ben Stoller, and then we also work in Matt Bray. I want to thank our parents for our boys team for everything they did, especially the Sylvias, the Bluins, and the Bowies. It was amazing. And Dave Bowie, you're here for many of us. I want to thank our captains. I had a great group of captains this year, getting myself in trouble with Mark because I kind of kept mine from winter because they did a pretty good job, so I didn't kick them out. And it's kind of good, though, when you have 100 kids, you really need to, and especially about 94 of them are knuckleheads, so you really need 8 kids to keep an eye on them. I want to thank my kids because it's just a hell of a rewarding experience to do what I do here. So I would try to say this to the girls and the boys program. Everybody knows I'm a Big Ten football guy. Excuse me, Clemson. But you got your programs in football, just like even the high school we had it here at Attleboro. You have your Clemsons, your Ohio States, your Alabamas of the world, and Notre Dame every year they're up there. So they just reload year after year after year. And the problem I've always found here at Attleboro that I wanted to avoid as a coach, and we on the boys and girls staff tried to avoid, is you don't want to reload. You want to reload. You don't want to win every 4 years. I love what Coach has got in the youth basketball program. Like, he's got a great program at the high school. Every year they go to the playoffs. And with track, it's so darn hard. And what we're trying to do, Coach Ellis and I, we're really trying to build up the same type of thing so every year we can be consistent. Everybody wants to win. Everybody knows I can't stay in certain schools around. But you know what? I just want my kids to be competitive, both our boys and our girls. And that's what we're trying to build. We don't have a middle school program. We don't have a feeder program. But we do have a bunch of great kids. So I think this personifies what I've got here. I've got a solid foundation with the boys here. I've got a senior. I've got 2 sophomores. And I got 2 juniors. And basically, they build a great program. So you have the ones that are leaving after 4 years, the ones that are solid veterans, and the kids, sophomores, who are already putting it in for varsity. So this is what I want to continue. So my boys this year, I'll leave it at this, they won their 2nd straight Hawk championship in the dual season. So I'm very happy. So they now in the last, they tied Mansfield. I can't make excuses, but we did have a lot of kids missing, and I really felt that we would have crushed them. And I'm pretty realistic when it comes to that. And there's nothing better than crushing Mansfield. So, sorry, Coach Dunley. So these kids were a big part of it. So they won the Hawk 2 times in a row, and let's see if we can keep this thing going. So I just want to start with all the boys. I'm going to start with the sophomores, okay, guys? So, here we go, sorry. Ryan DeLisio. Ryan DeLisio. The kid will do anything you ask him to. And even when you don't ask him to, he's still going to volunteer. And there's nothing better. There's no one that works harder than this kid. The second you need him for anything, he does it. He's only a sophomore. He's a hell of a 400 runner. He runs one of the legs in the 4x400 relay, which also ran in the Hockomock Championship. So thanks, Ryan. I apologize, Ryan, also in the 4x100 in a few meets this year, including the freshman sophomore meet. Great job, Ryan. Hayden Despa. I promise not to be mean tonight, but I got to say, thank God he has his mother's athletic abilities. That's all I can say. I owe you, Jimmy. Hayden Despa, well on his way to contributing many, many points until he went down with an injury after the tri-meet this year. Now, here you got a kid we already knew was going to be varsity, was going to be a jacket award, and he goes down with an injury. He's at every damn practice afterwards. He's there to do anything you want, and he's there to compete every day. And a lot of times when you're not thinking, you grab him to do something, and then you realize he's still hurt. You can't ask anything more than you do from that young man right there. So thanks. Great job, Hayden. Just to give you a little of his background, 100 meter, 200 meter, 400 meter, long jump, which I'm trying to get him into more. Just a total multi-versatile gentleman. Okay, Jaden Tatro. Jaden is our second best discus thrower on the team. I can tell you at this time last year, he most likely will be competing in the state championship for discus. That is his goal, that is our goal. He's one hell of a thrower. He also is very versatile. He can throw the jab and the shot. I'm hoping Jaden can be consistent with the shot put as well next year, because we are losing a lot of really strong seniors. Great job, Jaden. So going back to the college program, I know Jordan Rivera Silva ran track last year, but to me, he's like the guy I grabbed out of the portal. He's just the fastest, one of the fastest kids you've ever seen. When you see him and Zaim Charles go against each other and compete all the time and encourage each other and cheer for each other, and it's amazing in the 200 meter. Of course, everybody knows I could never run anything like that, and these kids are amazing. Jordan, it's been an absolute pleasure. He's fast as can be. He's a hell of a hard worker, and running the 100, the 200, and of course was a key part of the 4x100 relay. Just a fantastic kid as well. Thanks, Jordan. Last but not least, Michael Benina. Hang on, big dog, hang on. Michael Benina, the teammate that the boys, stay right here, cheer for the most. The one I don't yell, guys, right? The one usually talking to all the female athletes when we're at the start of practice. Am I right? For 4 years, I've known Michael when I was a volunteer coach, for throwers, assistant coach, head coach. He is the first at practice and literally one of the last to leave the weight room. Again, talking with the ladies. He gets the largest applause of anybody on the team. Over the years, Michael has thrown shot, discus, javelin. He's run the 100 meter, 200 meter, 400 meter. He's an all-around athlete on this program. He deserves your applause. Is the last official one, I guess, for this high school for all his hard work. Thank you.
Well done, coaches. Thank you, coaches, very much for recognizing our student athletes this evening. Let's give our student athletes one more round of applause. All of your hard work and commitment. And be sure to wear your jackets with blue pride. At this time, I would like to introduce the co-president of the Varsity Booster Club, Nancy Block.
Don't kill me, Aaron. Good evening, I'm Nancy Block, co-president of AVBC. First, let me congratulate all of tonight's jacket recipients. You should be very proud of this achievement. Normally, this night is 100% about our student athletes. But as we reach the end of her last jacket night, I feel it essential to honor my friend and co-president, Erin Croto, for all she has done for Attleboro High School. And sorry, I'm a little emotional. Let's talk numbers. Here's what Erin's 16 years, yes, 16 years with AVBC looks like. Over 90 scholarships, over 275 concession stands, 2,550 varsity jackets, and over $350,000 raised. Erin has made AVBC her mission, her baby. She stayed for a 4-year gap when she had no children at AHS. She assisted in building the new concession stand at Tozer Cassidy Field. She dealt with equipment issues, loss of program revenue, EEE, COVID, the loss of dear AVBC friends, but none of these things stopped her. Every athlete that earned a jacket received a jacket free, including both of my boys and all 4 of Erin's children. She recruited friends and family to make sure AVBC was successful. The only reason I'm standing here is because Erin insisted, so I joined this group 7 years ago. I couldn't be happier to be part of this great Blue Pride tradition. We are grateful for Erin's dedication throughout her 16 years with AVBC, to show our gratitude for all you've done. I want to present Erin with this shadow box. It has statements of gratitude and a varsity letter with pins from every single AHS varsity sport.
Fun fact, I never earned a letter jacket.
And also, there's a cake made by our very own former Vice President, Christine Viveros, who is here. So thank you, Erin. And now, along with her cake and Christine, I would like to introduce Attleboro City Council President Jay DeLisio.
What a great night to be here. Before I get started, coaches, thank you so much for the lifelong impact you're going to have on all these athletes. Student athletes, congratulations on a well-earned award tonight. And remember to thank your parents for their countless hours at the field, court, track. But tonight, it's about Erin. So on behalf of the Attleboro Municipal Council, I want to present this resolution of appreciation for Erin Croto. Erin is a lifelong Attleboro resident, a mom of 4 with 2 seniors this year, and a grandmother of 2 as well, as a paraprofessional teacher at Thatcher Elementary School. And whereas Erin started with the Attleboro Varsity Booster Club in 2006 and has been president since 2009, during which there have been 2,500 varsity jackets. We need to get you one. Let's go. Whereas Erin continued working with AVBC despite a period of time with no children attending Attleboro High School. And whereas Erin was instrumental in construction of the current concession stand at Tosia Cassidy Field. And whereas Erin was a recipient of the Emmett Larkin Emmy Award in 2017 for her countless volunteer hours. Now therefore be it resolved that the Municipal Council of the City of Attleboro wishes to extend its deepest appreciation for all Erin Croto's contributions, time, and enthusiasm, and wishes Erin good health and happiness in her AVBC retirement and all of your new endeavors. Signed and sealed the 6th day of June in the year 2022 by James Delisio, Attleboro City Council President. And of course, to the architect of Blue Pride, wish you all the best, pal. Thank you.
On behalf of Erin, because she asked not to speak one more time, she thanks everyone here this evening, but also through the years, and she could not have done this without her family up in the back there. So it's Erin's family and all of her friends. Thanks again, and we wish her well. Thank you, Erin. We do have some desserts and some treats here for everyone. You can come up, we can take photos, and enjoy the rest of your evening. Congratulations, and have a good night. Thank you.